Marcus Duckworth from Aetna, and on behalf of Aetna and the City of Baltimore, I want to extend our deepest gratitude to all of you for being here this afternoon. This event is a celebration of the vitality of older adults in our community. We're here to share important resources, tips, and tools to help you live healthier, more empowered lives. Aetna's commitment to the health and wellness of Baltimore's older adults residents runs deep. By having this summit, our goal is to raise awareness, educate, and provide the resources that will make a real impact on the health outcomes of Baltimore City's vibrant city senior population. Now it is my great honor to introduce someone who truly embodies the spirit of service and dedication to the people of Baltimore. As Baltimore's 52nd mayor, he has championed the well-being of all residents with a particular focus on equity and access to healthcare, education, and safety. His leadership is driving real change in this city, and his passion for building a healthier, stronger Baltimore continues to inspire us all. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me with a warm welcome to the stage, Mayor Brandon Scott.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. All right, listen, we gotta be loud. I just want y'all to know there's some Buffalo Bills fans in the building. We gotta show them how loud, all three of them. We gotta show them how loud we're gonna be on Sunday night. Good afternoon, everybody. There we go. Thank you, Marcus, for that wonderful introduction. It's truly an honor to be here today at the second annual Older Adults Thriving in Baltimore Summit, one of my favorite events of the year. The purpose of this event is both inspiring but also essential to celebrate the wisdom, the experience, and the vitality of you all, our older adults. I'd like to extend my deepest appreciation to each and every one of you to being here on this very rainy day to celebrate yourselves. Your presence makes this event truly special. I want to also express my deep gratitude to Aetna for their continued commitment to our older adults. Your sponsorship has been integral in making this summit a reality for now 2 years, and we look to 100 more years to come. Aetna, thank you very much. I'd like to, in particular, recognize Vice President Duckworth and the entire team from both the corporate and the Maryland State offices. Thank you for standing with Baltimore's older adults. We also have some very special guests and key speakers who joined us today. I see our Council Vice President Sharon Middleton is with us today. I know that Councilman Z. Cohen, Councilwoman Adot Ramos, our City Administrator Faith Leach, our Deputy Mayor J.D. Miro, but most importantly today, my boss, Ms. Andoria Harmon, the inaugural Director of the Mayor's Office of Older Adult Affairs and Advocacy is here. Deputy Commissioner Hung Tan from the Baltimore City Health Department, and our co-chairs of our Aging Commission, co-chaired by Ms. Olivia Farrow and Mr. Jim Campbell. Thank you all for your work. And of course, a very special thank you to the Octane team for your hard work behind the scenes. Your dedication alongside the city team has been invaluable in making this event possible. I often talk about Baltimore's resilience and where it comes from. It comes from its people, their stories, their contributions, and their lived experiences. Our city's strength lies in the diversity of our communities and the unyielding spirit that binds it together. As mayor, I am my grandparents' wildest dream. It has taken generations of hard work, sacrifice, and resilience to bring me to this point. And the least I can do in return is to honor those generations by giving back to make sure that older adults who have helped build this city are taken care of and uplifted at every single turn. In my administration, we hold firm to the belief that older adults are the cornerstone of Baltimore's history and identity. They have paved the way for all of us, and it's our duty to ensure that they continue to thrive with dignity and choice. That's why we invested over $25 million in ARPA funding and local funding to transform senior centers, bridge the digital divide with high-speed internet, expand critical services such as food initiatives, and of course, increasing home repairs. These investments are much more than numbers on a budget. They're investments in the people who stay here when everyone left, the people who ran community organizations when no one else would, the people who sent their kids to Baltimore City Public Schools when everyone else was trying to figure out how to get them into a county school. Thank you, thank you, thank you for believing in Baltimore, and we will always believe in you. Our agencies, like the Health Department, the Department of Housing, Recreation, and Parks, will continue to provide outstanding services to you. We are building a future where every older adult in Baltimore can age with dignity, independence, and joy. And now that I've gotten that out the way, now we can get to the fun part. Today, I am beyond honored to have a living legend and icon join us. Someone whose energy, talent, and passion have inspired millions across the world. She's danced her way into our hearts, commanded stages and screens, and directed countless performances. But beyond the accolades, Debbie Allen is a force for creativity, resilience, and wellness. From her groundbreaking career in entertainment to her unwavering dedication to uplifting others, Ms. Allen is a true testament to how taking care of our minds, bodies, and spirits can lead to extraordinary success. Today, we're not just going to talk about her career, we're going to dive a little deeper, exploring her personal journey with health and wellness. How does she stay so vibrant? What challenges has she faced along the way, and what lessons can she share with all of us about prioritizing our own health? So, Baltimore, without further ado, please join me in welcoming the incomparable, the ever-inspiring Debbie Allen to the stage.
Oh, yeah. That theme song is still working.
How you feeling, ma'am?
I feel good. Thank you so much for such a warm reception and welcome and introduction. I am really so excited to be here with your incredible young mayor, honey. We need that energy all over the world, and
Thank you, ma'am.
and that you have this community in your heart that's so obvious and so real. And I'm just happy to be here to support this event and to be here with you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And we are truly honored to have you. So all of us here know you've had an incredible career, winning a Golden Globe for your famed choreography that we all have seen, that I try to do, but I can't as many times as I try, but I'm going to keep trying. Right? 10 times. How do you keep your body feeling strong and healthy after all these years? And any fun or surprising routines that you picked up along the way? The secret for us, it would be the obey. That's the obey for us. It's always the obey.
Obey.
What is your obey secret to keeping yourself moving all these years?
Well, you know what? Let me just say this. In my family, gene pool, diabetes is a big problem. And my dad had it, my aunts, my uncles, everybody. And he always said to me, Miss Debbie, if you just keep dancing, it won't catch you. And I have actually been fortunate to keep moving. And I think that's part of my health and my mental capacity. is that I'm open to trying new things all the time. I think that's a big part of it, is being open to doing new things and doing things differently. Because sometimes if you just get in a rut and just do it the same, you can't quite change. The nature of the universe is change. There's nothing in this universe that is not moving. All the planets are moving. We are being penetrated by astral dust as we sit here. There's nothing solid about this ground that we're walking on. So movement is a natural state of being for anything that is alive. So I keep it moving.
Keep it moving. Keep it moving. A note for my staff. You said you have to keep it so it keeps you healthy. So this is a note. Thank you for telling me, allow me to tell them that I will continue to play basketball and football because Miss Debbie Allen said I could. Thank you very much.
Me
Thank
too.
you.
This is good.
Thank you very much. So you've done it all, from TV and theater, all of that. What made you want to be here today? What was it about this event that you felt like it was special enough for you to come and grace us with your presence?
Well, first of all, it's in Baltimore. I went to Howard University.
All
and I
right.
felt, hey, ain't you know. So it's always like a homecoming for me. And I went and had some crab cakes last night. You know, we can't get them in LA like that.
Hey.
They just don't make them the same. But the subject matter of this summit is of importance to me in a way that I'll tell you in a statement. My mom is 101 years old. And mommy lives with me. And my wonderful husband has been so generous, opening up everything, because it was time for her to be with us. And I think about the senior community. At my school, the Debbie Allen Dance Academy, I have a class called Calibri Arts, and that's for the elders. The students are anywhere from 60 to 95 years old.
All right.
Doing African dance, tap dancing. So I'm living this every day. I'm able to take care of my mom, but I'm looking at those elders who don't have a Debbie Allen as a daughter that can help and get her to the doctor and take care of her bills, and what is happening to the community. You have an agency for aging, and that should exist everywhere in this country, but I don't think that it does. So I feel really happy to be here to shine a light on what you are doing, and hopefully it will spread through the country like Kamala Harris.
Yes.
Like that wonderful,
Soon to be president.
soon to be president.
we go.
Yes.
There we go. Ma'am, you've choreographed, acted, danced, even executive produced shows like Grey's Anatomy. Talk to me about how you juggle the stress of dealing with so many roles, and do you have any go-to rituals or anything to help you stay balanced? What keeps you at the balanced state?
Well, you know, I think the thing that keeps me totally level is my family. I have 2 grandchildren, a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old, and I have 2 on the way. Both are coming the first 2 weeks of November. So I'm getting ready to have my own chorus line. They're all girls. And, you know, when you're dealing with children, you have to be authentic and real. You can't just tell them something. They want to know things. They're so smart right now. Oh, my God. My little ones are dancing. You know, my little 3-year-old said to me the other day, "Ma D, you're stressing me out." I'm like, so that is very sobering that you're dealing with young people coming up, that I have a school that has hundreds of young people that I'm influencing and trying to teach them how to get out in this world and know something and do something, not just a 30-second TikTok video, that they got to have a skill set. It keeps me grounded to know that everything that I do is somehow a footprint for those that are coming behind me and will hopefully go past me. That, and then I do so many things, like I was casting Grey's Anatomy premiere, season 21 is coming on tonight.
Yeah.
There's a big party in LA, but I'm here with you because I need to be here. I'll be back with them, child. They'll be It's all good. And then tomorrow morning, I'm auditioning maybe 200 dancers for the Mariah Carey Christmas tour.
All right.
And then on,
Get your tickets now, y'all. Get your tickets. They're going to sell out quick.
she's amazing. And then on Saturday, I'm rehearsing the Hot Chocolate Nutcracker. I mean, and then I'm, back at Grey's Anatomy. And my life is full, and to a point where it's a little crazy, but I don't recommend you doing that much. But when you give yourself things to do, I think it's important that you stay active. It keeps your mental faculties active. When you're doing these things, then you won't forget where you put your car keys. You might remember where you put your car keys when you have to manage that many things. And especially for women, because women are producers by nature. We are the ones who are responsible so much for the education of children, what is the family activity, what is on the table. We have to be stronger.
Yes, ma'am. Amen. So you worked with many legends, Sammy Davis Jr., Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, right? Right? Clearly, discipline is a huge part of your success. Talk to me about how that discipline can work in people's everyday life, especially and how that can help us remain healthy as we get older.
Well, being in the dance world is born on the pejorative. You're constantly being criticized, you're being challenged, you have to do it over and over and over till you finally get it right. And it takes discipline to take the criticism. It takes discipline to know where you're trying to get to. So by the time you get in a dance company or a Broadway show that has 8 shows a week, you can't go out and party and do that. You cannot. So you could be, one of the most fun people in the world, but if you're doing West Side Story, which I did, or Sweet Charity, which I did 8 times a week, you can't go and have cocktails. You cannot, because your energy, it pulls at your energy, and you want to think of, you have to see yourself in a certain way. This is part of the discipline, is seeing yourself how you want to be and what you're trying to do. And if you set those goals that have light all around it, you can be disciplined. You can say no to that drink, and you definitely say no to any kind of drugs. You say no to ice cream when you know you want to eat it, because you know you got to get in that outfit. You say, you have to, and then if you become somebody like me, who is such an example for so many people around me, I am an influence. So what I do has an impact on lots and lots of people's lives. Young people, old people, every ethnic group of people. I travel the world. I've been to China, India, Africa, Brazil. The world, the language of dance has made it possible for me to speak in all of these wonderful places, the language of dance. And so, being healthy is really important, and discipline means you know when not to do something and what your limitations are.
So thank you. I think we know, you just said you're on the go, right? You got the show, you got the dance academy, you're always on the move. And I'm gonna ask you a question that people ask me all the time. Because you're so busy and always on the move, how do you prioritize your own health?
That is a really good question, and it's tough. It's really not so easy because I had a bicycle accident about 3 months ago, and I was supposed to go to therapy. I've been to therapy 3 times, only because scheduling. Can't schedule it. And I was talking with the people that work with me in my office that I've really got to figure out a way to get a little more Debbie time, because I have to stay healthy. I'm leading too many people to go down. I can't go down with COVID. I can't go down with anything right now. If I have COVID, I probably wouldn't tell anybody because it might mess too many things up. I'll just wear a mask and be safe.
You're sure you get your Debbie time if you do tell them, that's for sure.
Yeah, I need some Debbie time because I need to go and read some books, and I need to go to yoga class, and I need to just go to the beach. Just go to the beach and drink that tequila.
Yes, ma'am. You're known for your creativity and your innovation. Talk to me about how you feel keeping yourself being creative, innovative, moving, all of those steps helps us continue to age in a good way, right? We were talking about backstage. All of us want to age, but talk to me about how that keeping your brain and your body moving, how you feel that helps you as you age gracefully.
Well, I'm happy to say that on January the 16th, I will become 75 years old. This is what 75 looks like, y'all. Don't get it twisted. What was the question?
You answered it, don't worry. You answered it fine. It's obvious, ma'am, that you have always been passionate about dance and movement. Talk to me about how you feel, how that is important for folks as they age.
It's vital that you keep moving. I mean, I can tell the difference when I haven't been able to go to yoga class or haven't been able to do my own bar workout. When I go to do it, how it gets stiff. If you lose it if you don't use it. That is the truth. And I'm married to a man who is 5 years my junior. And he works out every day except Sunday. And so I have to stay in shape so he can chase me around the house.
Amen. Amen.
All right, I'm just putting it out there.
Amen. So, ma'am, you inspire so many and continue to do that each and every day. And now we're talking a lot today about healthcare. What advice would you give to our older adults trying to navigate the medical system, the healthcare system, and about making the best choices for their care?
Well, I think you really have to be very proactive in your health care. That means you really have to know the DNA in your body, in your family history, in your gene pool, because there's so many great doctors out there, but the medical profession has changed. I mean, it's hard to get an appointment if you're not concierge. It's hard. I mean, I have people that are friends and family who need appointments and can't get them for 5 months because they're not concierge. You have to be active and you have to know what to say to your doctor, what you're looking for, because they may know, but they may not really know. So I think you have to be very proactive and you have to be willing to try different things. I have become one who loves Eastern and Western medicine. In the East, and here we have great doctors that can do the analysis, they can tell you everything, but there's always a prescription in the West. In the East, they go back to what is the root of the problem. I think they go a little further sometimes, and they do more natural things like acupuncture and herbs that actually work. I'm not saying don't go take your medication, child. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying sometimes there are other ways, and doctors are becoming more progressive. I had one of my doctors who was going to put me on a statin and said, you know what, Debbie, you really could just eat flaxseed. If they were concerned about my cholesterol, just eat flaxseed, and it takes it right out of your body. It's like amazing, and that's something my doctor told me. So I just want to encourage the medical profession to be open to new ways of doing things and sharing the information. And we need, help. People need true information. It's hard right now with knowing what is true. We need the real facts, the facts.
Yes, ma'am. You've been in the spotlight for decades. During that time, have you had to overcome any health challenges, and how did you do that while managing all that Debbie Allen has to manage?
Yeah, I've had some physical injury that actually happened. I was in a show where a pipe fell on my head. I was dancing with someone who dropped me on my head. I won't say his name. Y'all all know him too. Y'all will go after him too. I sprained an ankle, I've had all of these various injuries that never really go away. As you get older, they come back. Let the weather change and you still go, ooh, I thought that was gone. Child, that's back. It's back. So managing that's a whole another conversation, because as you age, you wake up and things happen. You wake up and your hand might hurt and you don't even know why. I was with Norma Miller, was the queen of the Savoy Ballroom. She was in Whitey's dance troupe. If you go look at Hell's a Poppin', that's the most famous swing dance number in the world. Norma Miller's in that. She taught me swing lessons. She taught me when I was doing a movie, and we became really close friends. I gave Norma her 99th birthday, and people came from all over the world to celebrate. It cost me a fortune. She wanted fried chicken and champagne and caviar. I'm like, Norma, you're pushing it now. You're pushing it. But Norma, I met her in Vegas one time, and she picked me up in her car. She turned the corner and was all in the middle of the road. I'm like, hey, Norma, what you doing? She said, oh, Debbie, I woke up this morning, I couldn't see out of my left eye. I'm like, girl, pull this car over, what the hell? But she told me how Norma would go and swim in a hot pool every day. She never let herself get cold, and she was always weary of falling down. I listened to her. And Norma we just missed her 100th birthday. We got her to 99, but she will always be one of my heroes because she was traveling the world doing seminars on swing dancing at the age of 99. 99. So
that's a blessing. So now we're gonna get into a little bit of fun here. You've choreographed and danced some of the most famous routines for the most famous people ever. Are there any particular things out there right now that excite you, one that you might want to try and do yourself? Who's out there moving in a way that you like, oh, I want to do that?
I love the way Chris Brown dances. I'm sorry, I don't care what he did wrong. I know he's a bad boy, whatever. But he got this whole Afro beat. You know, this whole wave of dance coming out of our motherland, Africa,
yes.
that has informed us for years. Tap dance, and look at everything that we do. It comes, break dancing, all of that comes from the mother continent. And now this Afro.
Say it again.
That Afro beat. It's everything. So I'm looking at infusing some of that style of choreography into Mariah Carey's new tour. I have 2 young people from Africa that finally got a visa, and we're gonna start playing with them this weekend. I'm excited about that.
Yes, ma'am. So get your tickets. So you have, as I said, danced and choreographed for so many people throughout history. If you could do one dance with anybody from any time frame, who would it be and why? Somebody in the crowd said him.
They say what?
Somebody said me.
Well, you know, that's a tough question because there's a couple of real strong choices. But I would, you know, if I could really go back in time,
Any time frame you
I
want.
would be up there with those Nicholas brothers, honey, jumping down those steps. Nobody has come close to who they were. And yeah, stand up, baby. He knows it. He knows all about it.
Yeah.
I was friends with them. They came to the academy. Their granddaughters taught in my school. And Fayard, even in his later years, came to the studio, did that drop down split, and came up with no hands. He didn't have to push himself up. He had that strong muscle control in his inner thighs that just sucked up. I would love to go back and learn that.
Yes, ma'am. Throughout your career, are there any like misconceptions that you've seen from people about what's healthy and what's not that you just believe would just wake up and like, I wish folks would stop thinking or believing, and that's absolutely true?
Well, it seems to change every other day what is healthy and what's not. I mean, one day red wine is good, then it's bad.
Especially when the orange guy on TV talking, then it changes even more.
We know cigarettes are bad. People stopped doing that, but now there's vaping. I think not a misconception, but something that might start to be taking real attention right now because of this heat wave that's going across our country is hydration. Hydration is the cause of heart problems, all kind of internal problems, and we just have to realize that we're made of salt and water, and that if we don't replenish, we're not doing it right. My dear friend Denzel Washington called, name drop.
You knew what was going to happen when you said that name.
But Denzel and Felicia and I came up together in New York. We were all in the theater together. But Denzel called my office about 2 months ago. Debbie, you gotta drink 60 ounces of water a day. I'm telling you, 60 ounces. Debbie, don't talk back. Just go get it and drink it. I mean, I thought I was an American gangster getting, being told what to do. So I tried it. Child, I was up in the bathroom all night long. I might be hydrated, but I wasn't sleeping. So, but he's not wrong. Hydration is a big problem. And I think if we could communicate that, I mean, just water, not juice, not sodas, not cocktails, water. And actually...
Not Hennessy.
No. Well, Hennessy is okay in a pina colada. A little Hennessy ain't bad. But that's how I had that bicycle accident, let me tell the truth. Drinking while driving, went to a brunch and then got on a bicycle. That was it. I hit a wall. Anyway.
And so, man, if you could go back in time, if there's any advice that you would give to a young Debbie Allen, what would it be?
I would say, Debbie, you're on the right path, and you have to trust in what you know, the way you're doing now, and it will all come clear to you where it's going to go, but you're on the right path and believe in it, because to do what I do or what you do or what any of us do, it's faith. Faith. And I remember when I accepted this big award from the Emmys, the Governor's Award, one of the most important things I said in the moment was, I am born on fight and faith. Fighting for the opportunity and believing. So if you believe in yourself, and we can believe, because there were times where I was thrown off my bike. I was told I couldn't go to dance class. They weren't letting black girls dance with white girls. I was told I didn't have the right body, it should go into something else. I was told a lot of things, but my mom really helped me keep that faith in myself. She didn't let me fall down, but so far. And I would say, keep going, little Debbie, you're gonna get there. That's what I would say.
Yes, ma'am. So now we're going to do some rapid fire, but they might be a little difficult. Try to get you to make some choices. So, Debbie Allen's favorite music album of all time is?
Songs in the Key of Life.
All right. Stevie will be here in Baltimore October the 15th. He'll be here in October. He will be
Songs
here.
in the Key of Life.
He will be here. All right. This one should be an easy one. Best TV show ever.
I'm sorry, Scandal. I love me some Scandal. I know different world.
I'm gonna say different world has to be the answer.
Different world. But Scandal pushed us to another level of existence and notoriety and respect. Olivia Pope, who is actually emulating a real Olivia Pope.
Doesn't live too far from here.
Yeah, she lived right, you know what I'm talking about, Miss Smith? She lived down the street. I just loved it, and I actually got to direct that show.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
And I was just so enamored with the president, Tony Goldman. I would call him, Mr. President, would you walk from here to over there? Just take your, yeah, that's it.
All right. Best dance routine in a movie.
In a movie,
Yes, ma'am.
that's tough. Oh my God. I'm gonna, Oh man. What? That's a good one. Fame was strong. But when I think about straight up dance, what was straight up dance? I have to go back to Fosse, and I have to go back to, it's hard to,
The hard-hitting questions from Mayor Brandon Scott.
the best dance number ever. You know, I have to go back, let me go way back. Because back in the day when the early musical films, they let dance actually dance.
Yeah, lead the film.
When you go look at a movie like American in Paris, or if you look at Bill Robinson going up and down that steps with Shirley Temple, I might pick that one because that's when I knew, when I was little, seeing Shirley Temple dance with Bill Robinson, I'm like, child, that needs to be me. I need to be dancing up and down those steps. I'm gonna pick that one.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna pick
All
that
right. Last two, and I'll ask them together. The first one is the last of the rapid fire. We asked you about who you would go back and dance with. But if you could go back in time and have dinner with anybody in the history of the world, who would it be? And then after that, any last pieces of advice or wisdom that you want to impart upon all these wonderful Baltimoreans today?
I'd go and have dinner with James Baldwin.
All right, yeah.
I would like to sit at the table with him and talk about everything. The state of black people in the world, the state of the world, the politics, the poetry, and where we ought to be going. James Baldwin.
Yes, ma'am. Any other things you want to say for the Baltimoreans today? Any last pieces of advice, wisdom, pleasantries, whatever you want to say, ma'am? Because
Well, you know, I pretend to be a doctor on Grey's Anatomy, and for that, a lot of people ask me questions. But as a grandmother and the matriarch of my family right next to my mom, I just know that we have to pay attention. Pay attention to the little things so that you can hear your body, because we're so consumed with television, the phone, computers. When do we have a time to step back without being wired by somebody else's or bludgeoned by somebody else's idea to feel who we are? I would say, try to find a time, and I'm going to work on this too, let's do this together, to find a time where you can be quiet and hear yourself and hear your heartbeat and know what you are feeling, not what somebody's telling you to feel or somebody's influencing you, but what do you care about in this world? What is it that makes you laugh? What is it that makes you cry? And just stay in tune with yourself. That's not so easy to do because we're so, bombarded by so much electrical energy and so much negative energy and so much drama. But there's a lot of beauty here in this world, and we need to somehow find a way to capture it.
Baltimore, give it up for Miss Debbie Allen. Thank you very much, ma'am, for joining us. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.